This is not just a strike, this is a rescue mission turning into a battlefield. A moment where seconds decide survival, and every move is under fire. New footage is now surfacing online, grainy, chaotic, but very powerful. It shows something dramatic. Gunfire lighting up the night sky as helicopters attempt a very daring rescue mission deep inside Iran. And according to the claims, those helicopters, they were American. So let's rewind a little bit. April 3rd, 2026, a US fighter jet, the Boeing F-15E Strike Eagle, it goes down over Iranian territory, reportedly near Isfahan. A high-risk zone, a hostile environment. Both crew members ejected, they survived the crash, but that is only the beginning of the story. Because now comes the most dangerous part, getting them out of Iran. One of the crew members is believed to be stranded, alone, on the ground, injured, possibly hiding, surrounded by uncertainty, and that triggers one of the most complex military operations, a combat search and rescue. Soon after that, helicopters were deployed, low, fast, precise. Well, these are not ordinary aircrafts, by the way. Reports suggest that they could be the variant of Sikorsky HH-60W Jolly Green II, designed specifically for missions like this one, to fly into danger and bring people back. Now, can you imagine the scene here? Helicopters approaching under darkness, trying to stay invisible, trying to reach the pilot before it is too late. And then gunfire. The footage released by Iranian sources appears to show security forces opening fire, not warning shots though, direct engagement. Small arms, possibly heavier weapons, aimed at the incoming helicopters. In fact, the rescue mission is no longer just risky. It becomes a firefight. Iranian claims say that this disrupted the whole operation, that the helicopters were forced to react, possibly pull back, possibly take damage. There are even suggestions of the US losses though, but as of now, there is no official confirmation from the United States. But this is where the story, it splits again. One side shows visuals, makes claims, builds a narrative. The other side remains silent or cautious, and the truth still emerging. But you know what? Here is what makes this moment so critical. A rescue mission is not an attack. It is an attempt to save lives. When that mission comes under fire, it changes the rules. It escalates the situation instantly because now even humanitarian military operations are being targeted. And there is another layer to this story. Questions are being raised. What weapons were used? Here, some observers are speculating whether any American origin weapons captured or maybe reverse engineered over time, they could be in Iran's hand. And if that is true, then that opens an entirely new dimension to the conflict. Now, let's zoom out a little bit. A downed jet, a stranded pilot, rescue helicopters under fire, competing narratives, rising tension. This is no longer just about isolated incident. It is about a conflict that is becoming more direct, more intense, and far more unpredictable. And here's the real danger. Every such incident, it pushes both the sides closer to escalation. A failed rescue or casualties during such a mission, it could trigger retaliation, and retaliation could spiral very quickly. So the big question now is, was the pilot successfully rescued? Did the helicopter make it out safely? And how will the US respond if the rescue mission was indeed targeted? Because in war, some missions are about strategy and some are about survival. And when survival missions come under the attack, the consequences are never small.